the guidance that you're following may not be coming from where you think it is. I know this might be a little controversial for some mediums, but our loved ones are not souls hanging out intact on the astral plane, just kind of looking down on us, watching out for us and paying attention to us, and like, just checking us out to make sure that we're not making mistakes and we're heading in the right direction, and so on. It's not quite that. So when a person passes away, a person transitions, their soul leaves their physical body and merges back into source consciousness. Okay, so there is some time on the astral plane. There's a period of review. You can check out one of my other videos about what happens when we die for a deeper explanation into this. So once this soul transitions into the astral plane and it moves into source consciousness, it becomes part of the collective consciousness. And you're part of the collective consciousness. You just don't necessarily have access to all of this universal intelligence because you haven't developed this ability, but we can all do it. Okay, so again, mediumship is about kind of leaning back and allowing messages to come forward, allowing whatever messages want to present themselves in this moment in time that you're offering the reading for the person that's sitting in front of you or for the group that's sitting in front of you. And the messages usually come, again, in the most timely fashion. So it's whatever that person needs to hear in that moment that would be most impactful, most relevant to them to activate their healing process. Again, mediumship is not for entertainment purposes. It's not just for the purpose of visiting your loved one or spending time with your loved one. It's really about getting access to whatever you need in order to feel complete and resolved, whether that's processing your grief or getting questions answered, or dealing with confusion and sadness and resentment and bitterness and all the emotions that really stand in the way of us being able to achieve inner peace. Again, this is the point of this work. Okay, so you are accessing the record of that relationship that exists in universal intelligence. That soul can be reincarnated. It's no longer your father, your mother, your daughter, your husband, whoever, your loved one that is in its original earthly identity hanging out in the astral plane. Okay, so this soul has merged into source consciousness, and you are accessing because of the benevolence of the universe and your own higher self, which is part of source consciousness, you are calling in the messages that you need to hear, whatever you need to experience, to feel, and to see, and to take part in, so that you can activate your deepest healing and get complete and use this 3D life for. This is what this 3D life is for you to essentially learn and unlearn fear, right? So experience the contrast of what it's like to be disconnected from source consciousness, from unconditional love, so that we can reconnect to that. And the process of doing that liberates not only ourselves, but all beings everywhere.